Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Siegfried Line, and it's under the command of StuInTokyo. And he's got the improved gun rammer, gun laying drive, and he's also got the rotation device. Game on. 18cm main gun. It's capable of doing 800 alpha, 45mm pen, 9.5 meters on burst radius, between 11.5 and 29 seconds of stun. It's one of the better Artys in the game. The Batchat 155-58 alongside him is also considered one of the worst Artys in the game because it's got a 3-shot autoloader, but only 155mm. First shot is out at the bush, and he got a direct hit. Somebody was in that bush trying to spot our light tanks as they moved up through the field. And yeah, he took a direct hit right off the mark. In fact, it was a fair bet that he was there because the tree went down. And so he knew instantly somebody was in residence. And I keep saying to people, I say, if you knock a tree down, even if you're in an Arty, it's a clear sign to everyone somebody's there and it might be worth a shot. Okay, next shot is going to be at this Type 71. He's dialing in, rounds out. Direct hit! So he got another direct hit, this time on a Type 71. Now, we might not know who he hit in that bush, but I have a sneaking feeling who it might be, because obviously there are a few tanks on the list there that it might, or it could have been. Could have been a Strip 103B, or alternatively, it could have been an Object 268. There's no Heshbans on the enemy team, so it wasn't one of them. It could have been a DBV 152 though. That's a possibility as well. Okay, he's lining a shot up for this T57 Heavy. Rounds out. Unfortunately, it didn't look as if that one was going to hit target because the tank was moving quite quickly and the shell took a little while to get there. Oh, we know who it was now. The information has come in and it was a DBV 152 that he hit. That guy's still there, still sitting there, and he must have taken a direct hit on the roof of the vehicle. And it's a sizable hit at that. Rounds out in the T7 Type 71. And another hit, this time 260. Yep, that DBV was definitely in the same spot. Now, the standard reload for this Arty is over 30 seconds. It's actually 30.68. He's got a reload of 26.73. And he's loaded. Type 71 is, well, rounds out. Direct hit, 347. That's a good one. Not a penetration, but it was on the engine bay. And of course, if you get a shell on the engine bay, there's a fair chance you might get a fire or at least some engine damage. Now he's doing the right thing. He's actually changed position. He did knock over that those straw bales, and that's not always advised because again that can give the enemy Arty a clue as to which direction you moved in. But he can shoot from this position and still hit the enemy. It has reduced his range a little because his gun's now on a rear facing slope, and that means that his rear end of his vehicle's looking up. And rounds out in the Type 71, direct hit again, 358, and he got stun assist. The other Arty on his team, the Batchat 155-58, managed to get the hit. So we're 2 down on the enemy at the moment, but we've had some very good shots. And there's that DBV 152. And we know where one of the Artys is. He's just revealed his position. He's a bit further back than that. He's sitting behind that tree. We're waiting for his next shot. They've got a 261 and a T92 HMC. It's more than likely the 261 who's firing from that position. It's not guaranteed to be him, but there you go. And it was the 261. Rounds out. That was right next door to him. I said he was actually directly behind the tree, and he fired it just slightly to one side. I'm pretty sure he damaged him, and probably quite severely, but it wasn't a direct hit. The next shot is on a Super Conqueror. Rounds out. Another direct hit. 308 this time. And you notice how he's actually moving, so he can avoid counter battery. Oh, the enemy Arty's dead. It was the 261. He has been taken out. And I would suspect that he has been taken out by the batch at 155.58 because he's dead at the other end of the map. Yep, you can see now he was directly behind the tree. So it was a close one. Now he's going for the strip. Rounds out. That's a kill. That is a very solid kill right onto the strip 103B. And I think the previous shot was actually also by the backtrap 155.58, which means he would have picked up some stun assist off that one as well. So far, this game is going very well. They're 2 up on the enemy now. And here's the 268. Okay, let's see what he can do. Rounds out. It lands right on the front of him. You can see it's just underneath the gun as well. And he's changing positions again. They've still got a T92 HMC in play, but I get the sneaking suspicion he's somewhere behind the cap area on the enemy side. We're looking for that Object 268. Somebody just fired in that direction. There's the 907 sitting behind the bunker. Now, at that range, we should be able to get some damage on him, but not a huge amount. Looking elsewhere in the town, not much in sight. And we can see this Rhino Sorrente rounds out. And he gets another direct hit. In fact, it looks like he got a penetrating shot there for 783 hit points. And changed his position just slightly. So I think he hit the rear of the vehicle and it went in. There's a Super Conqueror there who's 1 hit point, well, 294 hit points left, but he's a one shot. Unfortunately, one of our teammates just got almost completely nuked. I think that was the can opener, actually. But we're now going for the T57 Heavy. It landed behind him. Now, he does have some stun shells there, 2 of them. And he's got some extra HE and a couple of armor-piercing rounds as well. There's the T57 Heavy. Unfortunately, he can't get the shell to loop over the building, the big tall building. He needs him to pull back so he can get a shot. Rounds out. He does get the hit, and it takes him down to 240. Well, he took 246 out of the T57. Okay, the Rhino Sorrente, that's the one who we hit earlier. He was down to 20 hit points. He was taken out by the IS-7, and the E4 on our team just took out the Type 71 that we hit earlier in the game. There's an Object 268 version 5 up on top of the hill. Lined up the shot, rounds out. Direct hit, 205. The enemy is now being pushed back fairly rapidly from the north edge of the town. I think they know they've lost this one. The DBV, the first tank we hit, he's gone. He went to the E4. Oh, we missed out on the chance of getting the Object 268. There's the 907. The guy was out in the field. He just took a massive hit. That must have been a 155mm shell. There's the T92. I said he was behind the cap area somewhere. It just looked like he was there. And that's it. The game's over. We've got the last one. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for StuInTokyo in the Object 261. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 8. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And on top of that, he got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. These 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. In fact, he only got 1 kill in the game, which was the Strip 103B, and that shell landed convincingly on his upper plate, or his front plate, you could say, and went right through it. So that was a good kill. He got win 8 of 3,955, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. He was actually beaten to that by the T110E4, who managed 4,508 hit points of damage, but he didn't get the high caliber because he wasn't 20%, but he must have been fairly close. Second highest damage was StuInTokyo. He got 4,057 hit points of damage. And the third highest, well, that was the Death Star on his team, the FV215B 183. He managed 3,779 in third. When it came to kills, we can see the E4 managed 4 kills. 3 kills went to the ST62 version 2. And 2 kills went to the IS7. Stu only got the 1 kill, and everybody on the enemy team, well, only 3 of those actually managed to get kills, and all of them only got 1 kill as well. When it came to base XP, he's actually in 5th place. Top scorer was the E4 with 1,034, the only one to get over 1,000 base. 935 went to the Object 452K. 903 went to the ST62 version 2. And we can see Stu down there with 838 base in the Object 261 with his 2 medals, as opposed to the only other one who actually managed to get a medal in that one was the E100, who got a steel wall. When it came to the details, we can see he fired 15 rounds, so he still had 5 rounds left at the end of the game. Got 11 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and that was the Rhino Sorrente. As you can see here, he got 783 on a shell that landed on his rear deck and penetrated. He also got 14 splashes, damage of 4,057, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 9 of the enemy, killed 1, did 326 hit points of damage assist, and 99 hit points of stun assist of 13 stuns. On a free-to-play account, rather, he actually earned 6,102 credits from the game, and he got 5 bonds for this being tier 10, and 1,676 experience points out of it as well. It was a good game. It was a fast game, actually, because it only lasted 10 minutes, but they pushed the enemy back with the sheer weight of fire that they kept pumping in. And he was getting some lovely shots on the enemy. Of course, the first shot was that DBV 152. He actually got him for 364 hit points with a direct hit on his first shot. So yes, that really did upset that guy. I was certain of that. He did stay in the same spot, but I know that it would have upset him. And there we can see when he actually fired at the Object 261, he landed the shell right next door to him. He didn't penetrate, but he got 325 hit points of damage from that shell landing, and it actually damaged the track. He was just aiming to the left of the Object 261. If he'd aimed slightly behind the tree, he would have got a kill shot straight off. I'm pretty certain of that. But I think it was the Batchat 155-58 who got the kill shot, and we can just check that now to be absolutely certain. So it's Margol Chi, and we'll just get his detail up. And he was shot by SPG Whisper. destroyed by SPG Whisper, who happens to be the Batchat. So yes, he was wiped out. We fired our round in, and the Batchat 155-58, who was alongside us for a lot of that battle, saw a explosion, and thought, I'll try as well, and he got the kill. So yeah, nice. He got 1 kill in that game as well. It was his only kill. He only got 543 hit points, which is not really the same level as Stu. Stu, 4,000 hit points. He only got 543. But at least he got a kill out of it, thanks to Stu. And that's worthwhile. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.